Hi, second grade readers. So the last 2 weeks of school look like this for reading. We're going to start a new story, but it's really short. However, it's in 2 parts. It's short enough that we can actually finish it this week. It might seem like a lot, but I really wanted the last week for you guys to be able to do a special little project, okay? Which I know you all love doing projects. So this week we'll have this video and 2 workbook pages. Then the next you'll have another video and 2 workbook pages due this week. And you guys know if you need an extra day, just shoot me an email. It's not a problem. I'm not deducting points. We're trying to, like I said, trying to be real flexible with all this. So let's go ahead and get started. So grab your reading books. We're going to turn to page 178 and 179. They look like this. Okay. So we're going to be talking about, it's called, what is a marsupial? What in the heck? That's a crazy word, right? Marsupial. A marsupial is a special type of mammal, and that's an animal. We're going to read about that, but I want to go over the new vocab words, so I'm going to adjust my screen a little bit. And follow me over here to the orange. It says adults. Say these with me. Adults, Australia, cornered, countries, enemy, protection. Now I want you to follow me over here. Goodness, this wants to fall off. I would say adjust my screen. So I don't think I've mentioned a Venn diagram to you second graders. You might know, and forgive me if you do. You'll talk and learn more about it in 3rd and 4th grade for sure. So when you're talking about informational text and you want to compare 2 things, and how they are alike and how they're different, you do a Venn diagram. And they're basically 2 circles that overlap each other. Simple, right? So we're going to be talking about marsupial number 1, the kangaroo, and marsupial number 2, the koala bear. So you have this circle here and this circle here. This circle is going to be about kangaroos. This circle is going to be about koalas. In the middle, where they overlap, is how kangaroos and koalas are alike. And then how they're different goes under their name. So that's how that looks like. In the next video, we'll actually put some facts in there about each one and how they're alike, okay? So when you turn in your books to page 178 and 179, it actually tells us what a Venn diagram is, and it shows you the diagram that I just talked to you about on the board. So I want you to go ahead and jump down to page 179. And it says in bold, it has 2 pictures. So it has the pictures of the marsupials we're going to be talking about. And then it says, think as you read. How are a kangaroo and a koala alike? So you're going to be thinking those questions as we read. And then how are a kangaroo and a koala different? So that's how that's going to go. Or that's what you're going to be thinking while you're reading. Okay? Or we're reading together. Go ahead and turn the page to 180. You see the title up there, Marsupials, in bold, and that just tells you what we're reading about. And you can see a picture of a mama kangaroo and her baby. And how does the kangaroo carry? In her pouch, right? And that's what that in the little box on your paper says, a baby kangaroo riding in its mother's pouch. It's just telling you what it's doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow along and read this together. If you want to read aloud, I would highly recommend it. A bass is a fish. An owl is a bird. But what kind of animal is a marsupial? A marsupial is a mammal. Mammals have fur and feed their babies milk. Cows, dogs, and bears are mammals, but they are not marsupials. A marsupial is a special kind of mammal. The mother has a pouch where her baby lives when it is first born. A marsupial baby eats, sleeps, and travels in its mother's pouch. 2 kinds of marsupials are kangaroos and koalas. They both have these special pouches. Okay, next page. And Paul, I'm sure you know a lot more about this than I do. And you're probably saying, oh, and it's this, and has way more facts and things listed, because I thought of you when I was looking at this story, because he's all about the animals. Okay, so page 181, we see kangaroos there in the big bold letters. And then it's categorized again by two smaller bold words. We have baby kangaroos, and then a paragraph about them. And then we see adult kangaroos and a bigger paragraph about them. So, and that just divides the paragraphs into what we're talking about. So the first one's about babies, the second one's about adults. So let's go ahead and follow along and read out loud. A baby kangaroo is called a joey. When a joey is born, it is less than 1 inch long. Guys, your pinky from here to here is 1 inch long, and they were less than that? That's really, really tiny. That's tinier than you when you were born. That's crazy. Okay. It lives in its mother's pouch for protection. After 4 months, a joey opens its eyes and peeks out. When a joey is about 8 months old, it leaves the pouch, and it is big enough to walk on its own. Adult kangaroos. Let's jump down to the next one. There are many kinds of kangaroos. Some kangaroos can grow to be 6 feet tall. That is taller than most adults. The kangaroo can weigh 145 pounds. A kangaroo's strong tail can grow to be longer than 3 feet. Wow. So this picture just shows a kangaroo, an adult kangaroo, looking across the grasslands. And if I'm not mistaken, their tail is obviously really, really strong. But I believe that helps them balance. Paul, am I right? Balance and hop, right? Okay, I think. All right, we have one more page to do together, and then you can do your workbook pages. So the next bold word we see says habitat. And that we talked about before when we read the story about the owls. If you guys remember, the habitat is just the place where they live. And like, that's just where they live. Okay. So kangaroos live in Australia and a few other countries. Most kangaroos live on the grasslands, but some small kangaroos live in trees. And you can see in the picture on this page, and it says in the box, a mother and her joey enjoying good grass. Okay, then the next bold word says food. Kangaroos that live in the grasslands eat grass. Tree kangaroos eat mostly leaves and fruit. And then the last bold word says protection. So the back legs of a kangaroo are big and strong. Its strong legs help a kangaroo hop very fast. Some kangaroos can jump as high as 9 feet high. That's crazy. And as far as 25 feet. Wow. That's very impressive. Kangaroos jump high and far to get away from their enemies. If a kangaroo is cornered by an enemy, it will use its strong back legs to protect itself. So it probably would kick them. It does say that. One kick from a kangaroo can kill an animal or a man. Holy smokes, this is serious business. Okay, so I hope you learned a little bit about kangaroos. I'm sure that there's more facts that you know about. So go ahead and turn in your workbook pages to 81 and 82. And I'm just going to read the directions and kind of walk you through a little bit, and then you can do them on your own or with help, okay? So on page 81, you have a little bit of a crossword puzzle there. Read each clue. Find the word that completes the sentence and write the word in the crossword puzzle. Excuse me. So your answers are actually in the little blue box at the top of your page. And then you have a section It's divided by a little red line, and it has a cross and down. So the clues that go under a cross, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, those are going to go across. And then when you look at down, the other answers are going to go down, the other words. So that's how that works. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. You can have help on that if you need. And then page 82, and these are your short vowel sounds. And I had to like blow this up on my phone. It's crazy. So in short vowel words ending with a single consonant, the consonant is doubled before the suffix is added. We did this lesson in spelling. So you have to, that vowel sounds has a short sound and then ends in a consonant, you have to double it. So for hop, you would add another P. So ah makes the short O sound, and then you have P ends in a consonant, and then you have to double that. So H-O-P-P-I-N-G before you add the suffix ing. Okay? And then in long vowel words ending with silent E, the E is dropped before the suffix is added. For example, they give you hope. So it has the long O sound, but it ends in a silent E. That E, you need to like cross it off or tell it to go walking and then add ing. And you're going to go ahead and complete that page following those rules. And I'll see you here again for one more reading lesson, and then it'll be your project video. Bye, guys.